Races up and down the ballot, they're going to determine the future of reproductive freedom in your state, in Wisconsin, possibly nationwide. I wonder your sense as you poll voters, as you do focus groups, as you are with people at canvassing events, the extent to which the issue is motivating voters on the ground in your state.
Wisconsinites, like most Americans, love freedom. And when someone takes away a basic fundamental freedom from more than half the population, it doesn't sit well. We have seen people come out of the woodwork, run for office because they're so infuriated by what Republicans in our state are doing. Volunteer. We've beaten our midterm records from 2018, hands down, for knocks on the door, phone calls, text messages, everything else. And we see among voters a huge gender gap in who's registering to vote. Normally, a midterm election goes against the president's party, but this is not a normal moment. And I think the reaction to the Republican attack on the freedom to decide what to do with people's own bodies, the decisions about when and whether to start a family, those things are producing a massive, massive backlash that has rendered a governor's race and a Senate race that are now coin tosses in the state of Wisconsin.
But, a few weeks ago when Kansas had their vote, I had a guest on who said something that pretty simple, but it has stuck with me, which is Kansas is not Georgia, is not Arkansas, is not Wisconsin. Each of these states has such specific dynamics. And I wonder, for those of us who are not on the ground in Wisconsin, what is it we need to understand of sort of the contours of this electorate that are going to be shaping their decisions?
So in Wisconsin, we have Governor Tony Evers, who's an incumbent. He won by just 1.1 percentage point in 2018, and he ran and won alongside his lieutenant governor, Mandela Barnes, who is now our Senate candidate. So both of them had almost even hair's breadth margin victories. That plays forward to this moment. It's a very divided state. 4 of the last 6 presidential races here have come down to less than 1 percentage point. It's a state with tons of rural areas, mid-sized towns, small towns. Milwaukee, our largest metropolitan area, and Madison, where I'm joining you from right now, they only make up a third of the Democratic votes in the state when you add them together. So you have to compete in rural, suburban, and urban areas alike across lines of race and ethnicity. You have to show up everywhere to be able to win. And this is an issue that affects everyone everywhere. So it sort of feels like it is crashing into this moment and really shifting away from the Republican divisive attacks where they're trying to make people fear each other so that they can ignore the fact that Republicans are trying to rip away freedoms people have counted on for the last half century.